What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We are doing a prediction video today for Totodile, Croconaw, and Feraligatr. This is called the Big Jaw Pokemon. All three of them are called the Big Jaw Pokemon. Let's go ahead and dive into the stats of these Pokemon and tell the tale of the tape. So, Totodile starts out with 50 HP, 65 attack, 64 defense, special is 44, special defense is 48, and speed is 43. So this is definitely a physical attacking Pokemon with pretty good defense, and specials lacking, and HP and speed are lacking. But attack and defense are the best stats by far. At level 18, so it's the latest evolution we've had so far for Generation 2, it will evolve into Croconaw. Croconaw stats go up to 85 in HP, 80 in attack, 80 in defense. Special is 59, special defense is 63. I'm sorry, special attack is 59, special defense is 63, and speed is 58. So, not super slow, but definitely attack. It's a physical Pokemon. Physical defense, physical attack is its forte, and special defense and HP are okay. And our two worst stats are special attack and speed, which they're not super bad. But being the fact that we are a water type, that is kind of concerning a little bit. But at level 30, so we have a very late second evolution, and we have a really early third evolution. At level 30, we evolve into Feraligatr. Feraligatr comes out with an HP of 85, which is solid. Attack is 105, defense is 100. Special attack is 79, special defense is 83, and speed is 78. So, all in all, like I said, physical Pokemon. Physical attack, physical defense. Its special isn't, like, horrible. The special attack, special defense isn't horrible, but it's not great. HP is pretty good, and speed leaves a little bit to be desired, but we can mitigate that by the way Generation 2 is designed. We do kind of by default overlevel a little bit, so speed will not be too much of a problem. But let's go over the moveset for this Pokemon. So we start out with Scratch and Leer. Scratch is probably one of my favorite beginning of the game moves because it's 40 base power, it's 100% accurate. Also, Leer's good. Leer can lower the opposition's defense, and it's 100% accurate, so that's helpful. Rage is great, and it's good because it's a physical move like Scratch, so both those tie in with our attack stat, but also Rage builds over time, and it's not like in Rage in Generation 1. Rage in Generation 1, you click it, and it hits, and you can keep doing Rage and build on it, or you can go to something else. In Generation 1, it locks in the move, and you can always Rage, and you're locked in the Rage the rest of the battle. So it's not like Gen 1. Thank God. So Rage is a pretty decent move to go with our physical attack, and it just builds. And at level 13 we get Water Gun. It's a stab move, 40 base power, 60 with stab, 100% accurate. Not too bad. And at level 20 we get Bite. Now, I don't know, maybe you can correct me in this, if Bite is... I'm assuming it's a physical move because biting is physical, but I don't know if Dark type moves are special, or if they're physical moves in Generation 1. So if you can let me know that, or Generation 2. If you can let me know that, that'd be great, because I know Bite in Gen 1 is physical, because it was a normal move. Now it's Dark. This move is great, because we are not Dark type, but it will help eventually against Morty. Dark is super effective against Ghost type Pokemon, so that's 60 base power, 100% accurate. And at level 27 we get Scary Face. I didn't know anything else other than myself could get this move, but we get that at level 27, and we're not going to use it. It's not useful. Slash, probably not going to use it either. Screech, not going to use. Hydro Pump, not going to use either. So, a lot of these moves we're not going to use because this Pokemon has a very good, extremely good TM moveset. So let's go over that right now. TM moveset of this Pokemon, again, not going to use Dynamic Punch. If you saw my Cyndaquil one, I don't see a purpose in which this move would ever be used except for maybe a fighting type Pokemon in a very desperation battle, because it's not going to work long term. There's not enough power points. The accuracy's horrible, so Headbutt will definitely be used. Physical attack with a physical attacking Pokemon. It's a match made in heaven. Curse, Roar, Toxic, Rock Smash, not going to use, but Hidden Power. So Hidden Power Ice doesn't make sense, because Hidden Power Ice is for Pokemon that don't have an Ice move. I think we have Ice Punch at least. Do we have Icy Wind? We do have Icy Wind, but Ice Punch is better, so we'd use that. So we don't really need Hidden Power Ice. What we might need is Hidden Power Fire, but also I think it's possible this is one Pokemon you don't need Hidden Power. We have enough type coverage that there's nothing really that's going to help us with. So maybe Hidden Power Electric for other water Pokemon, possibly. But I don't think it's going to be a Pokemon that Hidden Power is going to be drastic in its strategy. Based on what I'm seeing and based on the gym leaders that are ahead of us, by the time we need electric, we're kind of past that point, except for maybe Chuck to help deal with Poliwrath. But there's other things we can do to deal with Poliwrath. It's not going to do something crazy to us because we have great defense. But, I mean, we'll see. But I don't think this is one Pokemon I think Hidden Power is not a priority to get through the game, where it would be with other Pokemon. So, Snore, not going to use Blizzard. Blizzard's powerful, but we're probably not going to use it either, because Ice Beam's just more reliable. And in Generation 2, they debuffed it. And it's 120 base power. That stayed the same, but accuracy is now 70 instead of like 90. So it's not as useful as it used to be. Hyper Beam, powerful, but I mean, I'm probably not going to get it. Icy Wind, if we didn't have access to Ice Punch, it'd be great because it's a good ice move. But we're going to have access to Ice Punch. We're going to have access to Ice Punch pretty early in this game. And then we're going to move on to Protect. Not going to use Rain Dance. I can see a use just like when I talked about with Cyndaquil with Sunny Day, where it could boost our water moves for like one turn, but one fight, but it just isn't a move that's long term because you don't have a lot of power points. It's for that one major battle that you need it for, more or less, as like a desperation heave to see if it can just give you enough power, enough to just overpower the opposition and move on. Endure, Frustration, not going to use those. Iron Tail could be useful, but probably not going to use it with this. However, Earthquake is definitely going to be useful with this Pokemon. Earthquake is super powerful. It's 100% accurate, 100 base power. Goes with our physical attacks. That is perfect with this Pokemon. Return also is really good with this Pokemon. Physical attack is slightly more powerful than Earthquake. I was hoping maybe Feraligatr was actually ground type in this gen, but I guess the first ground water type wasn't till next generation with Swampert. So Dig we can get a little bit earlier. It'll help us with. It really is not useful because we have Bite from Morty, so Dig could probably go to Paris, but we might use it just to have a slightly more powerful move. Mud Slap, same thing. Double Tap, not going to use, or Double Team, not going to use. Ice Punch will definitely be used in this playthrough. So in Generation 2, what's nice about the gym leaders is they also give you a 10% boost in whatever their typing is when you beat them. So when you beat Price will give you a 10% boost in all ice moves, so that makes Ice Punch a little bit more powerful. And then we can pick up the Never Melt Ice, so the Never Melt Ice makes us even more powerful. And if you have an ice move, you can get through one of the gym leaders very easy, which is Claire, and then the last member of the Elite Four, the champion, which is what's his name? Shoot. Not Drake. I can't think of his name right now. Shoot. Lance, there we go. Can't think of his name. I just kept thinking of the liar with the Flyers, but I don't from Squidgy, but I can't recall his name, Lance. So yeah, as long as you have an ice move, and with those two boosts in ice, it makes pretty much anything a one shot that has any kind of weakness to ice at all. So Swagger is another one we can get. We're not going to use Sleep Talk, not going to use Detect, not going to use Rest. Could be used, I think, but I don't think we're going to use it. Attract, Fury Cutter, not going to use, but Cut, Strength, and Whirlpool won't be used, but Surf will be used. We can get Surf right before Morty's gym, so right after the third gym, right before the fourth gym. 95 base power, 100% accurate. Very powerful move. With Stab, you're looking at like 138 base power move. It's incredibly accurate, incredibly good. And like I said, it coincides with our attack stat. It coincides with our special, so it's not as powerful as it could be. But there's also a thing you can pick up called a Mystic Water that can add 10% boost to this as well. So that is the moveset for this Pokemon. So let's go back to the main screen. We'll kind of go over the rules, or kind of go over the prediction for this Pokemon. So I think this will be better than Cyndaquil, and I think this will be the best starter of the three starters. Now, I will in the future replay all of these once I get my bearings underneath me and I know a little bit more about the game, just to see if they have a better run. And I'll probably do Croconaw first, or I'm sorry, Totodile first, just to be safe and go in reverse order. But I think this Pokemon will get this game done, and it might get this done right around 2 hours. I don't see where we're going to have any struggle. There's not like an electric or grass trainer or Pokemon or gym leader or whatever that's going to really slow us down. The only one I see possibly slowing us down is because we don't have a super effective move against him is Chuck. Chuck is going to be a very tough one to hit. We do have good physical defense to deal with him, but we don't have a great move. And like I said, Hidden Power Electric might be something great to do against Poliwrath, but I just don't see that happening. Poliwrath is such a good Pokemon, and unfortunately it's used by Chuck, so it doesn't do as well in this one because it just focuses on Dynamic Punch and like Detect or whatever it's called. And it could be such a harder Pokemon if it didn't have that. So it's just going to focus on Dynamic Punch when it could be using so many other things like Psychic or Hypnosis, so on and so forth. And that's the only thing I think we're going to really struggle against. We're not going to struggle at all against Faulkner. We're not going to struggle against Bugsy. Whitney's going to be pretty easy. Morty's going to be super easy. Like I said, Pokemon. If we have Dig or Earthquake, Jasmine's going to be pretty easy. And actually, Dig would help against Morty as well if we needed to. And then we have our last 2 gyms, Price, which it's Ice type, so we're resisted, and we can use Earthquake against that. And then we can go against Claire. Claire's going to be Dragon type, Ice moves. Elite Four, looking at Elite Four, Ice moves are going to do well against there. So we have a lot to deal with. Most of the things in the Elite Four, most of the things in all the gym leaders. The only one I'd say is like a question mark is Chuck, but he only has 2 Pokemon, so we really just have to outlast them too. So that's really the only struggles I think we're going to have in this game. So yeah, let me know what you think in the game. So in the playthrough, what do you think's going to happen? Who's going to be our biggest struggles? Who are going to what moves should we use? Things like that. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. This video will air on Friday, and the Wednesday videos, I'm going to tell you this right now. I've been kind of like just lacking in doing them because of time, because of let's say a little bit of exhaustion. So let me know what you think. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys on Friday.